Hi everyone, welcome to a GCSE physics video by SMARTPATHTUTORING. This is about distance, displacement, speed and velocity. Distance is scalar, displacement is a vector. Distance is just how far an object has moved. It's a scalar quantity, so it doesn't involve direction. Displacement is a vector quantity. It measures a distance and direction in a straight line from an object's starting point to its finishing point. For example, the plane flew 5 meters north. The direction could be relative to a point, for example, towards the school, or a bearing, a 3-digit angle from north, for example, 035 degrees. If you walk 5 meters north, then 5 meters south, your displacement is 0 meters, but the distance travelled is 10 meters. Speed and velocity are both how fast you are going. Speed and velocity both measure how fast you are going, but speed is a scalar and velocity is a vector. Speed is just how fast you are going, for example, 30 miles per hour or 20 meters, with no regard to the direction. Velocity is speed in a given direction, for example, 30 miles per hour north or 20 meters south, 060 degrees. This means you can have objects traveling at a constant speed with a changing velocity. This happens when the object is changing direction while staying at the same speed. An object moving in a circle at a constant speed has a constantly changing velocity as the direction is always changing. For example, a car going around a roundabout. If you want to measure the speed of an object that's moving with a constant speed, you should time how long it takes the object to travel a certain distance. For example, using a ruler and a stopwatch. You can then calculate the object's speed from your measurements using the formula below, which is distance travelled in meters equals speed times the time taken. Objects rarely travel at a constant speed. For example, when you walk, run, or travel in a car, your speed is always changing. For these cases, a formula above gives the average mean speed during that time. You need to know some typical everyday speeds. Whilst every person, train, car, etc. is different, there is usually a typical speed that each object travels at. Remember these typical speeds for everyday objects. Lots of different things can affect the speed something travels at. For example, the speed at which a person can walk, run, or cycle depends on their fitness, their age, the distance travelled, and the terrain, what kind of land they're moving over, for example, roads, fields, as well as many other factors. It's not only the speed of objects that varies, the speed of sound changes depending on what the sound waves are travelling through, and the speed of wind is affected by many factors. Wind speed can be affected by things like temperature, atmospheric pressure, and if there are any other large buildings or structures nearby. For example, forests reduce the speed of the air travelling through them. Thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.